The Bunker Project is brought to you by
Okanagan Springs. Thank you. Who did that burp?
Black. And
that was an awesome Brewmaster Black burp. Hey, would you want to do a round table of burps? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. But
this is
awesome
podcast episode number
145. Wow,
Yeah,
really?
Sure.
Oh, hey, James.
It's the Norm Maven. Hey, Bonnie, I was listening to that episode, the most recent episode, and at the very end, I heard you call me a podcast slut. A podcast slut. A podcast slut. And I had to play it back a couple times, and I thought, that's cool. Anyways, have a great evening. Bye.
Awesome bit of technology stuff.
Us.
Men are so easy.
Aww.
Somebody last week or a couple of weeks ago said we should do the Norm Project.
What's
and
that?
He called in 4 times this week for voicemail feedback, so this is the Norm Project.
Norm has become the Norm Project. Cool. Excellent. So should we just play old Norm stuff and call that the round table?
No, we got to do the round table because we got some new people here.
New exciting guests flowing in from LA and no, just kidding. Everybody's looking, what?
Swag? What?
No,
we got swag?
No, God, don't get me started on the swag. It's so difficult to do swag in this town for some reason.
And we've lost our bartenderess.
Oh, yeah, well, that was our last show. It was last time.
It was last time,
yeah. Ashley, she was awesome.
AC.
She had this ability to deliver beers just when you see, oh, I need a, oh, thanks, you know? So a little worried about this show. I'm sure our new girl will be fine. I'm trying to cut down on the drinking, too. So let's do the round table.
Start over with Randall.
Big Randall, what's up, dude?
Hi, everyone. Randall Orser at Number Crunchers. What's up? Not much right now. It's summer.
Oh, that's right. You're past the tax bedlam.
Pretty much. Just the odd straggler.
The person that's got tears. Oh, my God, please. I'm being fined.
I've got 5 years to catch up on.
Actually, I have somebody like that. And we have no proof of income.
Whoopsie. Yeah, not the... Oh, well. Yeah, I'll take you on, buddy. I'll take you on. Absolutely.
It's like, oh, yeah, it must be nice to just take cash.
So did he pay you up front? In a brown bag? Mark Biggs.
They wanted cash.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Shh, what? Cash? No, I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it.
It's a suitcase.
He stiffed me, the motherfucker.
He was just on a 5-year sabbatical. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the fun part. Trying to explain that. How come you didn't pay any taxes for 5 years? Because I had no income.
Yeah, exactly.
I live with mommy and daddy.
All right, so we've got a newcomer here.
Yes, that's me.
You had to be right on the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear? Oh, yeah.
Even closer would be better.
What?
Yeah.
I'm pretty much on it.
Eat the mic.
Uh-oh.
Don't eat Mike, but eat
Is
that
it better?
Mike.
No?
Yeah, it's perfect now.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, you sound great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm new here. My name is Crystal, and I met Bob at another meetup event, and he invited me here today. So I'm just come here and chill out.
And you came anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to Bob.
Here it goes.
Yeah, but
Another trash Bob day.
You bet.
no, we're not trusting Bob. But she's actually never listened to the Bunker Project, so this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was so nice to her at the beginning. Oh, it's very professional. We asked,
Yeah, he did
there's
that.
no over talking. And we have a solid subject
Yeah,
that we
pardon me,
stick
Bob.
on for the whole
Bob.
show.
Of course, there's no
Bob.
swearing.
Fuck no.
He did tell me the outrageous question, though.
Yeah, there are some outrageous questions here on the round table.
And outrageous answers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Actually,
outrageous.
we have thrown some pretty outrageous questions out, and everybody's saying, oh, okay, I'll answer that. It's like, wow, I can't believe they actually went for it. But, it's the magic of black beer. Thank you, Okanagan.
People will go to Walmart, get their picture taken, and have it put up on the internet. Then they'll do anything.
That's true. That's what is with those pictures. I was looking at on YouTube. It's like all these people at Walmart. Is that for real? It must have been like Halloween or something, because no, they don't dress like that normally.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
They
come
don't
on.
hear.
I think
but-
down south they just might.
Yeah. It's just a wee bit different down there.
Oh man, there goes our 5 U.S. listeners. Right?
Oh,
We got
well.
Click. There he goes.
No,
He's-
they're
another
from,
tragedy.
They're from the smart part of the U.S. It's okay.
Seattle.
Most of our
Seattle.
listeners are in the U.S. now.
Yeah. Okay, and we've got one of my favorite graphic novel specialists with his Clark Kent glasses. Is that a coincidence, or are they?
It is a coincidence, but I think you're at least the third person to comment on the resemblance to Clark Kent's glasses.
Well, they don't look like Spider-Man's glasses because he didn't wear any, did he?
Originally he did, but I think they're more just round.
Yeah, nerdy. They weren't Harry Potter-esque though, were they?
I think they were pretty. I think he wore Harry Potter glasses before they were cool.
Oh, yeah, before. And now, my question is: was there a comic book character that had a scar before Harry Potter? I mean, I'm just gonna milk this baby as far as I can go.
Harry Potter had a scar.
Well, actually,
with the music.
Actually, the funny thing about that, there was a character called Tim Hunter in a series called The Books of Magic, who was a short British kid with spiky black hair, glasses, and a pet owl, who became the world's greatest wizard. The one thing he did not have was a scar.
Well, there you go. Copyright right there. Hey, he didn't have a scar, man. I'm okay.
There is another comic book hero called Cable, and he has a scar.
Does he? Cable's got a scar. What from? Broken cable?
I think it's from, if I remember correctly, Mr. Destruct. I don't know. It was some sort of alternate timeline with the X-Men.
It was from Talking
damn
Back.
timelines. Yeah, smack. He was on the podcast and he hit his head on a mic, and it was tragic.
It's kind of over his eyes. I don't know if it's a scar necessarily.
There's lots of villains with scars though.
Yeah, Dr. Dr. Doom has a scar.
Like
his face is all screwed up. Yeah,
Two-Face.
Who's the guy with that's Dr. Doom? It's got the skull for a face, though, wasn't it?
No, Harvey Dent, I guess.
Well, the Red Skull has a skull for his face.
Yeah, no, that's a big scar.
Doom wears a mask that looks kind of like a skull.
Oh, and what was that great remake of the comic book series and had the happy face on it, and they had the guy with the it looked like bandages, and it would morph.
Watchmen.
Yeah. Watchmen. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the comedian's symbol was a happy face.
Yeah, after he killed a bunch of awesome. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's beautiful. All right, so now everybody, we have a drink thing here where if we digress, you get to have a slurp. So I've finished half a beer on that digression. Did you even get to introduce yourself at all before
I did not know.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm Bevan Thomas. I'm a freelance writer, so I do a lot of content for websites, press releases, ads, blogs, that sort of thing for numerous clients. I'm also part of Cloudscape Comics, a local group of comic book creators. Our 8th book, we publish a book every year. Our 8th book is at the printers, so it should be coming out in a couple of weeks.
Cool. And they're great. He brought one to the show. I got to take it home, and it's great. It's really nice to see stuff like that coming out of Vancouver, for sure. And we have our designated Brit here.
I always thought he was Aussie.
Good evening.
You can tell by his accent that he's British for sure. It's Aussie rules British.
Hey, how's it going? Nosy Paul. Drinking
Where
this
did you
black
get
beer.
that? Did you have a big nose, or is it just you stick your nose in too many people? You know, what's the? Where'd you get that?
Yeah, you haven't been to the Twitter account, have you?
No, what is it?
Right.
It's like,
well, what happened was it's the London Olympic logo was.
That story. Okay, yeah, I heard it. Forget it.
It's
too long.
I'm looking at why are we drinking out of Steamworks beer glasses?
Well, it's because Okanagan Springs can't afford to.
We stole them. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, we
did.
didn't.
So I'm party to a theft. Okay. That's fine.
Well, we're partying in a theft.
I think the reason they have Steamworks mugs is because they had Steamworks on tap for a little bit, and it was a promotion possibly. So it's like, usually that's what happens when you get a beer glass. It's usually associated with the beer on tap.
Listen. If you're wanting to nick glasses, right?
Where's a good place?
Earls is having to get rid of albino rhino. So they've got all these albino rhino glasses that they've got to get rid of.
Nice. So whoop on down to Earl's. Is that only in Vancouver or right across North America?
Well, I guess anywhere they sell
so there you go.
albino rhino.
There you go. Give them a call. order an entree, score yourself a free glass.
Okanagan Springs probably spent all their money on sponsoring podcasts that they can't afford glasses anymore.
I know.
They didn't sponsor this one, but it would be nice if they did, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, they sponsor us.
Yeah, they do sponsor us.
They've cut back on our beer
Why don't we say any of that?
Yeah, they said we drink.
Where's our free Steamworks beer?
Oh, I forgot. You guys didn't pay any money.
Steamworks isn't.
No, I'll teach you. Oh, Paul is very unpopular suddenly.
All right.
Now we have a new special guest here. Jump on that mic.
Hi, I'm Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Good
What's
evening.
going on?
Good. I'm a self-employed.
Okay.
I just starting my startup.
Okay, and what do your startup do?
Training.
What type of training?
Business training.
Any type of business, like cow business, oil business,
For self-employed
foliage.
people.
Oh, okay.
Like
All right.
me.
So like coaching?
I wouldn't say coaching, but I would say like 2 days training.
To learn
helping,
what?
yes.
All right. Well,
Setting up systems and stuff like that.
Exactly.
all right. Somebody just gave me some money. Thank you very much. Hint, hint, hint.
That's
I feel
me and
people
Paul.
all feel guilty. Hey, that's what the Fonz would say. Hey.
I forgot that.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll get back to you on that one.
Mm-hmm.
This is some disrespect.
We're throwing money at Bob. Throwing money at him.
I'll take it.
You facing
Look,
the
if you
stripping.
want, you can throw in my cleavage here. I've got.
He's going to number 5
big
after.
breasts, apparently.
Hey,
Well, okay, not that big.
number 5 has got quality meals now, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, locally produced. Apparently, the trade has doubled because they're now selling quality local food.
Well, there you go. It wins every time.
Somebody
Like
take
jumping on the bandwagon.
Somebody take a drink and let's go back to Lou. You said you wanted us to be more on point, so I'm going to try to.
Attaboy.
We're moving on to Bonnie.
No, but I'm curious. Like, Lou, do you have a website or a Twitter or anything?
I'm building it.
Oh.
I don't have it yet.
Well, you're in the right place
I'm
for some
working
great
it.
tips. You know
Can,
what?
can I ask you a hard-hitting question?
All right, here it comes, Mr.
Yes.
Journalist.
Yes, go ahead.
What makes you a business person? Have you ever done it before?
No.
What a rotten question.
I know that's a rotten question.
Drink. Finish your pint.
But,
Come on.
no, I'm waiting for her to give me an awesome answer. Come
Yeah.
on. I know it's coming.
But I think it's a great adventure.
I love it.
It's
I love
something
it.
to explore, and I think it's exciting
And-
for
and
me
that-
to enter that world.
And I think that's a great thing, and I think that anybody that has that kind of goal is a good coach anyways. So
Oh, absolutely.
there you go. See, it wasn't a rotten question.
I think he's just backpedaling personally. Big Bonnie, what's up?
So at B Sainsbury, I'm the Twitter maven, and I don't have any experience either.
Oh,
At what?
and you're also half.
Oh, come on. Don't be BSing me, Big B.
I know everything.
Attaboy. That's more like it. All right.
Yeah, just ask me.
Yeah. And if I don't know, I'll tweet somebody.
That's right.
Actually, it's true. You know, there was a president that said, "I don't need to know everything because I can call anybody and they will answer that for me. My job is to have the big picture." So there you go. So you don't have to know everything.
That's me in a nutshell.
You have to know the people that know everything.
That's right.
Yeah, and
that's
this
always
room
been me.
This room is full of it.
Yes.
That's one thing you learn
And
in
you
business.
can interpret that any way you like.
That's one thing you learn in business is fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
And then fake some more.
And then hire a good accountant. Because damn it, if
there's
you're
one in the
faking
room.
it. All right. So we've had some fun throwing around some funny money here in Canada. And all you American listeners, we do accept U.S. dollars. So, Bonnie, that's all you're going to give us today? You're just going to tease us with a little nothing exciting, nothing new, nothing so wowie? Any new toys that Microsoft has given you? Nothing like that? How about that purse?
What about speaking engagements?
Oh, I say purse and boom, right there.
What about speaking engagements?
No, but I have a
Oh, that's right. I saw you on the bus with her.
New camera bag.
camera bag for my camera.
Now, why is it good? Somebody does trade shows and stuff like that.
Well, it's going to be a day pack because I go out and do things and take pictures.
Yep.
And so instead of this thing, which is big, but everything falls to the bottom, you can't find anything, that has 1 million compartments.
Yeah.
So you still can't find anything, but it's in a compartment.
Exactly.
If you open enough zippers, you will find it.
Well, that's where my kitchen secret.
And it's not a fanny pack, which is.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
Fanny
They're
packs are
so
so
out.
good.
They're so out.
So what I'm working on right now is affiliate marketing.
That's right.
So affiliate marketing is where the money is. Oh, yes. So I have a coach to do that, to help me.
My question is, how many people do you have to have in your community before affiliate's going to work for you? You'd say like 20,000, 30,000?
Maybe not that many, but a lot.
Yeah. The more you have, the better, right?
Yeah. And you have to learn the dreaded SEO.
I thought you were going to say X there.
No.
I tried it on some of my websites. I didn't have much luck with
What's X?
So is your coach from...
No, not SEO, affiliate marketing.
Is your coach from White Rock?
He is indeed.
I know who he is.
Yes.
He's famous.
And he is famous as if you're going to get a coach, go for the best.
I listened to his podcast, actually.
He had a very large...
affiliate Buzz.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Didn't he have a large shoe company in Calgary?
Coulda. He's a bit of a heel, but work with me, baby.
No.
God, this is a terrible room.
I thought Forzani's was a shop in Calgary.
Oh no, he's my business coach.
Oh, that's a different guy.
Yeah, and he wasn't a shoe company. He was they owned just about every. They had
sport apparel. Yeah,
16%. I saw this on Wikipedia. 16% of the sports retail in Canada was spent at their stores before they sold out to Canadian Tire.
Because that was Sport Check. Right?
Yeah, that was one of the 7.
Yeah. So what's the difference between what's the difference between affiliate marketing and MLM, multi-layer marketing?
No, it's different. It's different.
Completely different.
That's different.
There's no different. I mean, there's a complete difference.
There's no difference. What is the
right?
Well, first of all, there's no recruiting.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing.
Yeah.
And
you're an outlet. I mean, you're selling a product.
So basically, you could be writing a blog, and you put doing a review of a product, and you put a link to the product, and it's got an affiliate link in it.
Yep.
So when people click through to Amazon, then you get a commission if they buy anything.
Exactly.
It's not getting people to be in a trickle down economy.
No.
So it's reverse.
It's like running a business.
It is actually a real
like
business.
You're a multi-layer of Amazon then, surely.
Nope.
No, just one level. It's one level.
Okay, but okay. So
You're like
It's getting a referral fee.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all it is.
It doesn't have to be Amazon. Could be whatever you want.
Junction.
It
has lots. Yeah.
It's a form of advertising. Basically, what you are is you're a network, and you're advertising a product to a set audience that goes to you particular, and a person pays you a percentage of the sale because you have that network. He can't get into that network, and that is where the value is. And that is where the value in the whole internet game is
But
your
then
list.
If he has a network and he's a part of your network, do you get...
Nah.
No,
it doesn't work that way.
There's no
because
second.
it's
well,
based
usually
on
there isn't a second tier.
It's based on a link. I mean, if that person's got 200,000-300,000 people in their network and you have 100,000 people in your network, it's not going to be duplicated. He's going to get new hits, right? Okay. And he might not be reaching those people. Those people, he may have 300,000 people on his network, and a percentage of those people will buy products, and a lot of people won't buy products.
However, I have
somebody else. It will.
I have seen affiliates who do give you a bonus or a commission for signing up other affiliates.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But it's very rare. I've seen that though.
Is it better than just putting ads on the websites?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. It's way, but that's why I asked that Bonnie the question is like, how many people do you have to have in your community to make it viable? And you got to have a lot of people.
Like I said, it didn't really work for me. I had hotels.com on a hotel's web pages.
But that's different. No, that's too. It's too separated. I mean, if you're going to do the secret is to have a community that relates to you and your content, and it's a specific niche group. You can't have a super diverse group because then you're never going to make any money.
Or if you don't have the community, then to just build relevant content. That's Bonnie said you have to be good at SEO.
And I sort of know how to do that.
Yeah. Now here's an example of super simple example. I do a podcast called Business Book Reviews, and I interview authors about their business books that they wrote, and they're 35 to 40 minutes long, and we talk about, what was it like writing the book, blah, 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 and it's entertaining and fun. At the bottom of every single post is buy the book. If you buy the book, it takes you to Amazon, and if you buy it through that link, I will get a percentage of the sale. It doesn't increase the price of the book, but I get a percentage of the sale.
Also, in addition to that, if while they're on there, and they buy something else, he also gets a percentage of that too. So if they buy a big screen TV, he'll get a percentage of that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And
there's podcasters out there that actually talk about it. Say, look at, this is how I support my podcast. Go to my Amazon bar and shop on Amazon, and then tell me, and then I'll do a shout out for you. And he's the person that spends the most money that month. He'll do a shout out for, hey, Becky, thanks for buying those 2 plasma CVs. That's awesome, because he makes a percentage because he sent her to Amazon to buy that product. Yeah. So he gets a sales commission.
I don't know if you can see on Amazon who purchased it though, but I know you can.
No. He asked them to connect back to him, right? Tweet back to me what you spent, and I'll do a shout out.
I think in a general sense, I think that's one of the fascinating things about the internet, that there is so many kind of proactive ways that products or services or so forth are getting advertised. I mean, there's sort of the reactive and kind of static methods, like sort of the ads, which are often really going off the different ways of advertising it from
old-fashioned.
Yeah, exactly. From the that aren't really made for the internet. They're just adapting non-internet methods, and then there's numerous, much more dynamic ways which are just for the internet and which often engage people in a very different way than the previous forms of advertising do.
Yeah, it's all about community, and it's all about content. I mean, how many times do I say this a week? It's basically you create great content for a certain community, and that community likes you for helping them out and educating them or entertaining them or whatever it is. And how you monetize that is by going back to that community and say, hey, buy stuff through this medium and I'll get paid for it to help pay for this free advertising. So instead of a big corporation doing that or a TV station doing that, it's a guy in his garage doing it. And that's what's so fascinating, what's going on right now.
There is one other thing, though, in that legally you do have to actually say on your site that you
have to be transparent.
You have to be transparent and say that this is an affiliate link.
Or even if you're on a talk show, because you get this a lot on talk shows, the guys say they'll be talking about a product and they say, by the way, to be transparent, I own stocks in Google, and now I'm going to be saying how great Google is. I mean, that's how transparent you have to be.
I think my favorite example of that was, way back with the old TV shows that had sponsors on. Groucho Marx had a game show in which the big thing was the DeSoto car. And one of his big catchphrases was, this car is so great that I would be endorsing it even if I wasn't being paid to endorse it.
There you go. There you go. Yep.
Good all right, Groucho. So we're still in the round table, yeah.
It's going to be one of those shows.
The digression lasted so long, I'm like, who am I?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are we?
Well, I know where I am. So Margaret, BC _insurance gal, the insurance maven, also the other half of Women Talking Tech with Bonnie. So cool things going on. Lots of views on our blog.
Hey, you guys are just rocking. Rocking.
We are rocking.
They're not just rocking, they're rocking and rolling.
Well, we had the marketing company for a large office supply company want to cross-post on our blog, so we're pretty happy about that.
Cool.
Yeah, they were approaching us, and we've got some really incredible guests coming up as well.
Wow. Oh, yeah, who? Yeah, who?
Cool.
Me?
No.
Is me? Huh? Me?
They're women.
They said incredible, Bob.
I said I'd cross-dress.
Yeah, you cross-dress, come and see
I'll
us.
come as
Well,
Roberto.
if you're an incredible cross-dresser, maybe they'll have you on.
Hey, I look pretty good in red.
It's all looking good.
And the Rock God's in the house.
Yeah, I'm Paul the Rock God, at Paul the Rock God on Twitter, and rockgod.ca is my website.
Yeah.
I'm just a karaoke singer. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just listening in and learning.
He never sings, does he? He never sings.
No, he never sings.
He's got a great voice, though,
but Paul does have a bit of a geeky side. He just doesn't like to talk.
Yeah,
he's shy about that Cody crap.
Just all this
but I'm doing a new song tonight. Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison.
Can you close the store?
Do you think with the tongue? The guy goes,
Can you close the show with that one?
No, maybe. But anyways, good show tonight. Nice to see all the new faces I haven't seen. Hi, everyone. And
listen, Paul, he's the nicest guy. The rest of us are a bunch of assholes.
He
but
should
Paul,
be
he's a nice guy.
You should be
all right,
doing a midnight podcast, Paul. Your voice is perfect for that.
I know he's good.
Yeah,
Welcome to the Midnight Podcast.
The Bunker Show FM.
You should call your podcast The Best Paul.
The best Paul.
Oh, instead of the Les Paul. You can call it the
We're all
Paul.
good. We're all good, Paul.
Yeah.
He's kind of nosy.
Nosy Paul and the Rock God. That's an awesome.
All right, James.
Dude, that sounds like a comedy show. Nosy Paul and the Rock God. It's like
it could be a duet.
That sounds awesome.
All right,
I'd actually watch that.
James.
I thought Marcel was the bitch.
Oh, you only get to say that when he comes. That came out way too
Way too familiar.
I am sorry for that, Rock God. I don't know what he was talking about there.
Now, I must admit that for our listening audience, Marcel's a great guy. We know him. He is gay as the day is long, and we do rib him out, and we do these slurry type jokes, but he loves it. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they thought that I hated gays. It's like, oh my God, you just so hate gays on your show. I said, no, we're just cracking up. So you got to be, there's a lot of inside jokes on this show, and we love Marcel. Marcel loves us. So there you go.
Paul, that's one of the cardinal sins of podcasting.
What?
Too, inside jokes.
Yeah.
Well, that's us, man. We are big time sinners. Big time sinners.
And Bob, you are the tallest guy in podcasting we know.
Exactly.
Especially with his platforms on.
Almost as big as Andrew's eyebrows.
We break all the rules.
Yeah.
All right, James, you're up.
I think you should be off.
Yeah.
All right. What the hell have you been doing? Yeah.
Gaming with James.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's just it.
You're a Game Boy. No, he's a game man.
So I hear you're starting a new show.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna start my own podcasting show. It's called Not Bob Garlic Show.
Excellent. You should get some awesome ratings for that.
Yeah, but every once in a while you're gonna call in, right, and be like, "Wow, what's up?"
Yeah, this isn't Bob. It's not Bob.
So, can you tell us anything about it yet, or are you gonna do that next time?
I think I'm gonna try to make the website first and figure out some of this podcasting stuff before I do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just be Nike.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start my own podcasting show called Babble Dog.
Babble, nice.
Babble
Do you have babbledog.com yet, or can I scoop
I got it
before you?
Say that 5 times real fast.
I got
.com's gone?
Yeah. Somebody else is sitting on it.
Bastards.
I don't really want to pay it. Well, I kind of figured it, it's just me yapping is going to be our tagline.
Babble Dog? Me just yapping?
Yeah, me just yapping.
Or yapping with friends.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
We're barking mad.
MeJustYapping.com. Could you get that?
I went with babbledog.ca, so right now it just redirects you back to my own website.
Do you like dogs?
No, it's just me talking.
He likes dogs. He likes dogs in a certain way.
He's the game dog.
Better than
pigs. I don't know. I just thought it was a cool name, and I was like,
you're just constantly in the doghouse. Let's just face it. Come on.
That's actually probably a good thing I'm going to use. Yeah, that might work.
In the
Welcome
doghouse.
to the doghouse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's because James just likes to fuck the dog all the time. You know?
Oh no! That's not what the term is.
Way to bring it down.
Is that a term? It means you're being lazy, fucking the dog.
Fuck the dog.
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
No.
Isn't that what you do?
What is it?
Bob, you've been doing it wrong the whole time.
Damn it! That's it. I'm getting rid of all those geese.
He thought he was skinning a cat.
Fuck the geese. Well, in Canada, I mean, Jesus. All right.
You can move on.
All right.
Mark.
We were
Andrew.
If we were in mixed company. We called it seducing the canine.
Very nice. Very nice. Well done.
I think Ken's up.
Ken. No, do Ken, and then we got Andrew and Bob. No, well, we don't count.
We got the Italian stallion.
We got the Italian stallion in the background. No, you can jump, but grab a mic. These mics have been hermetically sealed.
Over here. Come on. Wait.
Yeah, grab a mic, Carlo.
I gotta fix that mic.
Hi, Carlo here. How are you, buddy? Great. Thank you very much.
No. Come on. Get on the mic.
What am I going to say?
You had a question. You had a question you wanted to
I
ask.
have no questions for you guys. Just sit right next to him.
He doesn't bite.
Do a car question.
A which?
A car question.
I thought he was a health guy.
Well, he's a health guy, and now he's a mobile website guy. He's got a mobile website question. Anyways,
he's the seeing eye maven.
Ken, we're moving on to you.
Okay. Ken McGrath, the iCamcast. Although the summer is here, and I'm doing a lot of part-time work for this company downtown.
Oh, it's that small little one that does the little building blocks.
It's that one that that one with CTV on the side. Anyway, and so I'm doing a lot there right now, and guys are taking holidays, so I'm filling in.
Hey, didn't you? We did a hangout in the studio. It looked really cool.
Yeah. We did one from
Now tell them how you did it, because you're not allowed to actually have any Wi-Fi or anything in that.
No,
building, right?
there's no Wi-Fi in the building for us to use. So I used my phone on a hotspot.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. No LAN because it's locked down because it's CTV.
It's all locked down. And even if
don't mess
even
with
if
those
there
guys.
was something open for Wi-Fi, they'd have the wrong ports open, so you couldn't go back and forth. Because they'd have it shut down for a Hangout. So
basically,
you couldn't do it. But anyway, the phone worked really well.
Oh, it was great. We had a great little chat. You could see all the gear in the background.
From the studio booth, yeah.
Boy, you think our little mixer's impressive. They got one that's about twice as big. But that's about it. A huge room with this little mixer in the middle.
Yeah.
Lots of cables. And he spends the whole time switching cables. Oh, hang on, the news guy's on.
Wait a minute. Oh, I'll fix that.
And all these automatic cameras?
That's a different part.
No,
He's
we
just
don't
the
have any
sound
of
guy.
those.
Ah, okay.
But that's just sound.
CTV doesn't have those yet.
Uh-oh.
Everybody else in the city does. The CTV is the last bastion of actual live TV.
Cheap live TV.
Low
budget live TV.
I know somebody that just left there, went to Halifax.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, I know Mike.
Yeah.
Talk about inside jokes.
Yep, he's got back to
catching up with old friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, say hi to Mike next time we see him.
so
okay?
exciting.
For all our listeners, fucking Canadians with their weird cities.
We know everybody.
They all know fucking everybody.
Yeah, we all know everybody in Canada.
To Bob.
Bob.
Oh, hey. So just Google me. I've been doing that to people. I said, just Google me. They say, oh, do you have a phone number or something? Just Google me. It's Bob Garlick. It's Garlick. And literally, you get pages and pages and pages.
Really? Your name is Garlic?
Bunch of porn. Yeah. And well, I checked that out. There's this whole thing about how to stop links with porn. And I checked out a ton of stuff for me, and I wanted Google image and stuff. No porn. It's weird. Go figure.
Oh my God!
For a guy that watches so much porn,
considering how much you paid to have it, put on there, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I
know. God,
it's all affiliate crap, man. It's all affiliate crap.
Hey, Bob, is that byline on your business cards? Just Google me.
No, I'm thinking of changing it to just Google me,
just
Bob
Google
Garlic,
me.
Because really, that's all you got to do. I've got so much content; it's always changing. And I was looking at a graph, and they say like the best way to work with the Google algorithms, and number one is authentic content. And if you're constantly making content, 57% as the mark, and then it drops down to like 35 or 40.
Wow.
So definitely worthful.
So when Google goes bankrupt, Bob disappears?
Oh, that's
pretty
it.
much. Bob will fade away.
Yeah, if Google disappears, I'm out of here.
Do you really want people to find this sort of content?
Well, that's the whole thing. I was
does this reflect well on you?
Absolutely.
Good.
Well, that's the thing. I am totally transparent, and some of these shows are horrible for my brand, but it doesn't matter. I'll still publish it because in the long run, one or two out of the 145. Yeah,
maybe 1 or 2 minutes out of 1 or 2.
Yeah. There's always a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough though.
But I got so much other stuff out there; it really doesn't matter. I mean, if people don't like listening to this, though, they can listen to my other shows.
This is a
no
hobby.
Big deal. This is for fun.
Yeah.
All right. And then the free beer.
They don't
One
like
of the
that.
two.
Suck them.
Andrew?
All right, so I'm Andrew McGivern, podcast here on Twitter. Do the Bunker Show, also co-host on Maven Interviews, a new show that we started.
Yeah. We had a superstar on there.
Yeah, someone from
the serious
Forbes.
Bunker.
Someone from
Is that
Forbes.
posted already, or
No.
No. We're just collecting, grouping,
So
collecting.
we had Bonnie on.
Yeah, she was awesome.
And we interviewed
Thank
Todd Maffin.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And we got a bunch of other people coming on.
Actually, we've got a show.
Steve Dotto is coming on.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
Steve Dotto, yeah. I know, and I'm working on the. Let's save that.
Yeah, we'll save it for
that
later.
guy is so huge; it's gonna blow everybody's mind.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And we have asked Harper, but he's jealous because we're bringing Trudeau on the show too. So
Andrew,
I'm not gonna go on a show that
I think we got a connection with the mayor.
we can. I don't know.
Mayor
Well,
I didn't mean to go there.
Mayor Moonbeam,
well, you
yeah.
know, if we
Hit
had
me
the
up,
mayor
Scotty.
on the show, I would say how to clean chains
Okay,
on a bike.
so if
Right?
the mayor comes
Sorry
on,
for embarrassing
if the
you.
mayor comes on, I want Bonnie to interview him.
Ripping a new one, Bonnie.
Oh, don't give that guy a hard time. It's
I'd be
hard
a
enough.
Everyone loves those bike lanes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'd be a good political interviewer.
Are you sure that was interviewer or was that skewer?
All right. Hey, so have we got through the?
Yeah, we're done.
Amazing.
Let's move on to
our first call in.
First call in. All right, everybody ready?
Sure. I'm always ready.
Hey.
Shit.
I was just listening to a piece about that accident that happened in San Francisco with the Asiana flight, and what the piece was talking about, how that people were twittering quicker than even CNN was reporting. They even made some comment about there was some Samsung executive that went down the chute and down the chute to the base of the plane, turned around, took a picture, and put it on, posted it right off the plane. And they're debating the usefulness of CNN when you have all these people out there spreading data and information faster than CNN can even post it. Anyways, I thought that was quite fascinating. Have a great night. Bye.
I think people have debating the usefulness of CNN for a lot longer.
Actually, there was a huge story in the news. It was awesome. Can you remember the women that were rescued recently? They've been kidnapped for 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, of course, all the media outlets were after them. They decided to go with none of them. They posted their own interview out, their own statements out through YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's
that was like yesterday.
Yeah, so I mean, they were saying, okay, that's going to make a huge change. So if you don't want, because, if you do it through media outlet, there's going to be editing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be their kind of questions. This way, it's under their control. They got to say what they wanted to say, and nothing got cut out.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's going to be a game changer.
The media will pull clips if they can, but still, if you want to go for the whole interview, it's always going to be right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they won't get paid the big bucks for the interview, but if you want control over your story, way better way to go.
Well, that's the whole paradigm shift that's happened is like doing podcasts, doing YouTube shows like, the Hangout that we got going live right now. It's basically free. I mean, it costs a little bit of money for the equipment and setting stuff up, but really you can do it for practically nothing. So the average person can now control what happens.
Though, if I could play devil's advocate a little bit.
Attaboy. That's what we want.
With all due respect to the internet, and certainly it does allow everybody to comment or report on what's going on. I think that news reporters or news centers or stuff, they're not going to necessarily become redundant because there's still even if 1,000 people are reporting. Regular people reporting on an event that's going on, they're not going to be generally commenting in the same depth that reporters or various other people who are actually trained in that particular area are going to be commenting.
Yeah, well, it's a good point because you've got the research on the side, right? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Ken.
Well, yeah, no, what I'm going to say is that media does have its bias, though. And I mean, whatever advertiser is paying the bills that week, that's the way it's going to be slanted. Yeah. So, I mean, if you get enough of the common man, you're going to get the whole picture, and it's going to be the truth, not a slanted.
No, but you might get people from New York commenting on the Asianic flight that happened in San Francisco. What does the person in New York really have to say?
Well, the same as CNN has to say.
The people from New York that fly to San Francisco might have an opinion.
I think the point is the difference is that there's amateur journalism and there's professional journalism. And a professional journalist who goes to school, they learn how to write stories in as a non-biased way as possible. Of course, it's going to be biased, but compared to a person that has no experience and no journalistic ethics on an educational level, definitely it makes a big difference.
But if it's happening right in front of them, that's sort of a different thing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, if the guy's reporting about the San Francisco story from New York and then tells the story because of all of his contacts in San Francisco, or there's somebody standing there staring at the burning plane,
that's different.
I mean, it's going to be, which one would you take?
Well, it's the eyewitness. Oh, sorry, Bonnie, go ahead.
Okay. We're all assuming that there are no professional journalists publishing on the internet, and that's not true.
Lots.
So it's the same as The only difference between that CNN and the YouTube or whatever it's going to be, Twitter, is going to be that the non-professionals have access to Twitter. So you just filter them out, and so otherwise the argument is apples and oranges.
Well,
so
it's just a different medium.
The problem isn't the people putting the content onto the internet. The problem is what people on the internet will read. And all of us are guilty of that thing whereby we will read, the salacious news as opposed to the news that really is important.
So
we will read stuff that we can act upon immediately, as opposed to stuff that makes us feel, scared or frightened. So global warming we don't want to know about on the internet, but Justin Bieber gets every, we know every time he brushes his teeth.
But it's like that's their freedom to do that. It's their freedom. I know plenty of people, sadly, that never watch a news channel, never watch news, never read a newspaper, have no idea what's going on in the world. They don't even do anything on the internet. They're just, it's like there's going to be people like that. There's going to be people that only want to watch the trash, and there's going to be people that want to be fully informed. And it's like whether it's on the internet or just through a news, there's always going to be that mix of people, and so be it.
But the worse things get, the more people want to hide. I mean, we're basically all a bunch of ostriches with our.
No, I disagree.
Well,
I think that the the things aren't as bad as they appear on the mainstream news.
Yes.
And coming from Nosy, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Well, okay, there is, that's the point of sensationalism. I remember when they had those big riots down in LA, and it's like they said, LA's in flames and blah, 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 blah. And I know some friends down there. I called them, are you okay? He's like, God, we're 15 blocks away from the riots. We're fine. We're at a cafe. So it's just like the riots in Vancouver. Oh my God, the whole of Vancouver is on fire. And blah, blah. No, it was like a small area of Vancouver, a bunch of crazy people burning things and doing nutty things. But the rest of Vancouver, most of Vancouver didn't even realize it was going on.
Yeah, but that riot was...
I got tear gassed on my balcony, but that was okay.
Yeah, well, you live downtown.
But you see, prior to Twitter and Facebook really being big, there was a few years when we had a lot of fire, like a lot of forest fires. And there was people from other countries that thought pretty much all of BC was in flames.
Absolutely.
Had nothing to do with the internet. It was,
Well, because that's the only news that's available to them, right?
Yeah,
because it looks great on YouTube. Like pictures of fires, forest fires.
And
it's great.
Paul, this is before YouTube. YouTube had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but pictures going across, the thing about...
this wasn't spread through the internet. This just basically spread through the news. It was,
YouTube
wasn't
television.
It looks great on the news.
Well, sensationally, it's just
well,
going
it's the
back
same
to
thing.
the
It's the same thing when I was visiting family in Northern Ireland, and there was an incident, and everyone thought that the whole country was blowing up, and it's the same thing. When we see it over there, when we see it from here, it looks like it's a war zone over there, but it's only little pockets of isolated incidences.
Yep. I get that all the time. I travel to Mexico 2 months a year, and everybody goes, "Oh my God, you're going to Mexico! You're going to get shot." And I'm like, really? I go down there. I'm like the youngest person there. There's like all these 80-year-olds walking around on the beach, and everyone's partying, and they're laying on the beach and swimming and doing what they do.
It's a perception thing. That's
and everyone thinks, oh, it's so dangerous. It's not so dangerous.
But the perception and the twisted perception and the misperceptions have been around since before the internet. They're just going to continue. It's just people. It's the nature of people.
Look, that's been around before newspapers and stuff. It's like when Columbus came back and he reported, everybody had a biased opinion. So like, oh my God, it's a really crazy, crazy, dangerous place.
But and if we go back even further,
LA,
it's like you misinterpret those cave drawings. Someone gets really pissed off.
Ken brought up a really good point in that the mainstream media is tainted by whoever's. And one of the big ones is the pharmaceutical industry. And when they do these little attacks on,
you knew that was coming.
Yeah, when they do these little attacks on homeopathy or naturopathy, they're not doing this from a even perspective. They're actually interviewing these people and ambushing them and making them look like
quacks,
total quacks and idiots.
The funny thing with the pharmaceutical industry is that thing is probably at least 1,000 years old, because I actually read something very interesting that one of the biggest inspirations for the witch hunts, the cause of a lot of the witch hunts,
the herbs.
Was the professional doctors targeting the wise women who were giving their own particular medication, so that that was very much, I guess, once again the particular doctors feeling.
Well, it was the priests actually, because it was basically the church educated these guys on this is the way it's done, like bloodletting, and in some cases they would actually put dirt in the wounds to it go pussy because they thought that was good, and then there were people that were basically considered witchers are going through. It's like, are you crazy? What are you doing? You try and clean it and basically the practice that a lot of doctors do these days, which is trying to keep the area clean. There's been cases where you had war zones where you have like lots of large armies, and then you would get dysentery. And they said, what caused that? And he says, well, it was the smell, because the urinals were right inside the camp and there was shit and piss everywhere. And that's why these guys were getting dysentery, because there was getting in the food and stuff, right? So he said, it's the smell. They were wrong, but what they did is they moved the smell away from the camp, and then they had a dramatic decrease in the sickness.
What happened.
So they thought,
the
it's
London
the smell.
sewers.
Exactly. So that's why they had a hard time 80 years later saying, if it doesn't smell, it's clean. But then it didn't realize that there was such a thing as a germ. And there was these doctors that started going, hey, I'm going to clean my hands. And other doctors wouldn't clean their instruments. They didn't need to clean it. It's fine. Don't worry about it, right? And people were dying because of that. So it's a very slow process that humans really have a hard time with accepting new knowledge, accepting change.
Okay,
that's what's amazing about the internet.
That's good to a certain point, but what about some of the Chinese medicine and practices that have been around for thousands of years? The new doctors are going, no, it doesn't work.
Well, the North American doctors suppress it. See, that's once again, it's huge in Europe.
But yeah, it's not
big in Africa.
That's not something new that's slow for people to understand. That's something that's ancient that works that people are too stubborn to.
Well, the whole thing.
North Americans are trying to lobby it away.
The whole thing is.
Luders coming in.
All right, let's just slow it down here. Okay, your turn.
I think more and more people right now, they are believing in natural medicine, and they're trying to treat themselves with natural medicine and use a holistic way of treating themselves. But also the danger is, in China, the system has been established, like Chinese medicine has been established for thousands of years. There is a system, there is a control of it. But I found here in Vancouver, in Canada, there is no control of it. Yeah. So a lot of people, they get 1 year of training, I don't know from who, and then they can open a clinic and start treat people. Yep. So
actually, I've got a mail order business that.
He does mail order doctors. Really cute.
And I saw a case this week.
Funny, you don't look Chinese.
I saw a case this week that there is a acupuncture. Acupuncture who treat a woman who an athlete who was in the Olympic Games.
Oh yeah,
and it just damaged.
Messed her up.
Damaged her lungs.
Wow.
Permanent damage. Wow. So they made.
They shouldn't have used a javelin. They were supposed to use
the big needles, but
just use the little needles, not the really big ones.
Okay, but
my big thing is everything's natural. That's natural is not necessarily healthy for you. So there's a lot of things that you can eat that will kill you. Heather, tomato leaves,
psilocybin.
What are you talking about? Alcohol's natural.
These mushrooms.
That'll kill. You can die from alcohol poisoning.
So I think the issue is do it yourself, no matter how you got there.
Well, not necessarily. I think maybe if I could bring it back to social media.
Attaboy.
Is that I think similarly, I guess one of the big advantage of sort of, as we're talking about kind of the news and the events and stuff through social media is it means, anybody can report it. It's not having to be filtered through particular companies or networks or so forth. But it also means that the fact there's no checks and balances with the regular person with a blog or with a podcast or with YouTube, just like the acupuncturist. There's often no checks and balances. So the reporting, they're free to be just as subjective or objective as they want to be. They're free to have exactly their own impressions with no training or no particular perspective. And in many ways, it's good. Certainly allowing anybody to, say their own perspective, unencumbered by sort of some larger governing body is good, but it definitely also the totally uninhibited and untrained reporting of what's going on has definite disadvantages as well.
And for children, would you want your children listening to some stuff or seeing images that are unfiltered? Like you watch a news hour, they say, okay, put the kids away this story or something.
Except when Bill Clinton was president.
Okay, we got some comments.
Yeah, I wanted to say that acupuncture, especially with the needles in Chinese medicine, this is very dangerous. Unless you have like very serious disease, you need to use that needles. That needles can kill you for sure because some of our pressure points, it's dead points.
Yeah, it's serious stuff.
Well, there was that 5.5 step exploding heart technique. In Kill Bill 2.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Okay,
and it must be true because it was on the internet.
So the internet is not the only source of bad information.
Absolutely.
Fox News. I'm not going to say any more.
That's all you need to say.
I mean,
I know.
And because it comes through your television, it gets authentication
by the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can't. It's not the channel, and
it's the management. The management of Fox News, basically news as entertainment, and that's a major problem. And globally, in North America, people say, "Wow, news is entertainment." There, news is actually not information. And really, you look at it, and many minutes back when we started this conversation, somebody said something about Justin Bieber, and it's true. If you look at you have on all the international papers that are out there, the headlines, and it'll be crisis in Angola, what to do with Angola, an in-depth look at the president of Angola, and then Britney Spears is having a baby, and that's the North American news.
In the middle of Walmart.
It's ongoing. So the problem is that because news is so out of whack in North America, the average North American has no idea what's going on in the rest of the world.
It's entertainment.
News is entertainment now.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
Yeah,
well, and that's because they were fed crap from the television news.
Absolutely.
For all those years.
Absolutely.
They don't know. They don't.
And they're not
think,
interested.
They just sit there like a bunch of
Well,
zombies.
because serious news would seem boring to them, and they wouldn't watch it.
Well,
got some,
it's
they
shocking.
all have ADD.
But the thing is, too, that if they go to France and they'll open up a magazine, they'll be like, there's a terrible bus accident, there's bodies and severed heads, and they're like, oh my God, this is, and they can't handle it.
Actually, the weirdest thing about Fox News that I read is that Fox has an official Chinese branch.
Oh.
And I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but I read that actually originally...
Foxconn. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Is that originally the Chinese version, the China version of Fox News, sort of gave a lot of the similar analysis that Fox...
Is it called Panda?
That the regular Fox News did, and that it didn't go over well with the Chinese government, and so it actually...
Well, it's probably propaganda.
Later...
I'm actually not surprised, because the Chinese media is actually the opposite here.
Sure.
So all like the bad news, we try to keep it like low key.
Yeah,
so
that would be better.
Yeah, so like when you say like we don't have serious news here, but there's always serious news in China, so almost like too boring for people to watch. So that's why people go on to the social media and they want to dig more, so to find out what actually happened.
But
no, actually, the Chinese for the own country inside of the China, we don't have bad news, but we always have crisis for in the U.S., in the Europe, anywhere else we have really bad news. In China, we're sure,
but
we're safe.
It's all
we're the
sunshine
best
and
country.
unicorns.
Anyways,
Marcel's arrived. Hey,
Marcel
on that note,
has arrived.
We've got some more voicemail feedback, and this one I think is good for
Marcel,
for Margaret.
Okay.
Oh, for Margaret.
Cool.
Ooh, lucky Margaret.
'Cause she's been playing with
bonus.
this one.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Well, anyway, actually, my comment about the Fox News Fox News China was that actually later, because of that, Fox News started to do have pro-totalitarian news in China. that pretty much they modified their entire rhetoric. That even though it's very in America, it's very capitalist, very pro-America. In China, the Chinese brand started to do very pro-China, pro sort of Chinese government, and sort of anti-American. So it's very much simply modifying what they were saying to whatever audience they felt was actually listening to them.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course all that's going to change when Mrs. Murdoch becomes Mrs. X Murdoch and takes all his money and his Chinese channels.
All right, here's the voicemail feedback from Norm.
Norm.
I don't know why it's not playing.
It's because it's not. It's like he's got a limit. Oh, it says that he's got to update his computer. So just kidding. He's got a Windows computer. He's got a Windows computer.
He
so you
has
got to be really careful what you do.
Kick-ass Windows computer.
I know it's
I wonder where he got that.
Awesome computer. It's the software that's at issue.
Apparently, Jim Carrey's not going to be advertising Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, it won't let me play it.
Well, so never mind.
Must be Windows.
So shall we go on to the first subject?
There it is. It's playing.
Hang on. Okay, hang on.
No, it's not.
Shh. All right, guys.
Uno momento, por favor.
He's got this really fancy interface with
I'm
two
trying to use this
turntables and
edging
shit.
thing. It's like a DJ.
It doesn't work.
Who cares? Just have like an iPod, play 1, play 2, play 3.
Yeah, because it can only do
He
one
loves
thing
his
at a
technology.
time.
Andrew
Paul
loves
the
his
Rock God,
technology.
can you sing along and do us like, hey, sorry to keep you.
Has anybody made a 2 turntables and a microphone joke yet?
No.
No, you can go ahead, though. That's what I'm doing.
2 turntables and a microphone.
You're kidding me. You're breaking me up. Oh, my God.
Well, actually, while we're waiting, since Marcel wasn't here for the round table, what the hell's going on with you, dude? Talk.
Yeah. Hi, I'm back on Twitter. How's it going?
Hi, Mavens.
Oh,
it's
here we
Norm. Hey, what's the deal with all these like micro videos that people are posting now with Vine and Snapchat or Instagram? Like, how can you put anything together in 6 seconds? That's just the weirdest thing. Anyways, have a great night.
I have trouble getting
good
a thought
old
together.
What does
in
that
6
have to do
seconds.
with me?
Because you were
you're
doing
the
it the
Vine
other day.
lady.
You were vining us.
You've been
remember?
posting it up.
Well, I
and
was
she
finding
posted
you
on
guys.
And you've been saying how much fun you're having with it and how you want to apply it to your business.
What? I never said that.
You were drunk at the time.
I did a voice.
No, I was vining.
You were drunk.
I was vining you guys because you guys were you especially were drunk. You were very entertaining.
Thank y'all.
I hate to say it, but I did a Vine porn.
Oh!
Yeah, Paul, that's not something a man should ever brag about.
6 seconds.
Well, he had 3 he actually had seconds to spare. Oh.
You've watched it.
At least do it on Instagram because then you get a few extra seconds.
So, Marcel, I'm going to jump
What's
back to
up,
Marcel.
What's up, bros?
So, what are you going to announce your big announcement or not?
Kind of. I'm back. I'm like leaning like.
You're getting married.
That's coming up. Yeah. Surprise, Byron. Legit. The real question is, who is it? But I'm back on
Who's
Twitter.
the father?
Holy shit, Byron! Can we go on Maury? No, legit. I'm back on Twitter at Fanboy Diary. It'll stick around this time, and all one word.
Yeah.
And half of you haven't followed me, and I'm looking at. I don't remember which.
Hey, we don't even know what your hash.
It's the first time we heard about it, so how could we follow you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, some of you liked my Facebook thing and then didn't follow me.
What Facebook
I
thing?
love you so much.
You're on Facebook?
I'm
Barely.
Fanboy.
All right.
You can.
Ken, he's so gay.
Legit. Website will be up within the next few days, actually, before next show for sure. And podcast will hopefully be up before next show. But
So
not sure.
I
It's
thought
gonna
you
be
were
once a
doing.
weekish.
I thought you were doing like a TV related show, not a.
Yes.
It's TV and movies.
I thought you were.
Yeah.
I thought,
Stuff.
but you just said you were doing an Apple show.
Apple.
Apps.
You said you were a fanboy.
That's hilarious.
That's
the funniest thing.
Hey, I thought you were coming in leathers. I was all excited. He was like, he passed. Oh, Bob, and I'm coming in leather again.
I forgot my chapless pants. Legit though. Do I still get a segment thing later? Because like I totally prepared. And
No,
shit.
it's right now.
Okay.
Oh, you want to do it after James?
All right, we're gonna go into overtime.
I'm really excited for gaming with James with Marcel. Just so you guys know.
Okay, James? Do you want to go first? No, let Marcel go. Okay, Marcel, go first.
I'm gonna fix my mic first.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let me fix the mic.
If anybody's interested in,
do you want some music, Marcel? Let me see if I can get something. Okay, that's your music.
Oh, that hurt.
Sorry to keep you.
That hurt.
Wow. Careful, he almost got it in the face.
He's used to that.
Jinx, can't talk till someone says your name. All right, so I have like bullet points and shit for my segment thing, which I'm not sure actually exists or if Bob just made it up last week.
Bullet point me.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is all the homophobia that's going on in pop culture, which is really fun. Does anybody know about the whole Orson Scott Card thing? No.
Yeah, Orson Scott, he's awesome.
Yeah. So Ender's Game, the movie coming out later.
Oh yeah, Ender's Game is a great book.
Yeah, like some gay rights groups have been protesting it because Orson Scott Card is a big homophobe.
Typical.
So he posted an apology online, which I think is hilarious. And it's basically like, oh, well, they won the issue with the whole gay marriage thing. So now we'll see if they'll tolerate those who were against them when it was still an issue. And it's kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, but you're the bad guys for hating us for hating you. It's like the most ignorant, backwards way of being like, I'm not homophobic ever. And I don't understand it, and good for him. But legit, though, they pushed him
Hang on, let me just back up there.
You should have said something
funny. So are you pissed off or
No.
not?
A little bit, but the thing is, he got pushed out of DC Comics. He was going to write a Superman story. They pushed him out because of the whole thing, which I disagree with.
What did he say?
He needs the money?
Not
Come
big
on.
on gays. He doesn't support gay marriage, and he doesn't like the gays. And he's kind of a dick about it. But either
There
way,
you go.
like I still like if he wants to write Superman, it's fine. It's Orson Scott Card. He's an icon. He should write for Superman.
Are you kidding? He's one of the best writers out there.
I still support Ender's Game, homophobe or not. Good art is
And
good
the
art.
other 7 books.
So what else? I'll still go see the movie, but seriously, guy's a dick. Not cool.
The problem is that the movie's gonna suck compared to the book.
Well, we'll see. And
all guaranteed. Are you kidding?
Probably.
That book is
awesome.
awesome.
The other thing with the homophobia is I've been watching the new Big Brother. James will care about that, and only James. And I don't know. I'm not feeling it this year. It's way trashier than usual. There's an 11.
How could it get trashier?
Oh,
I know, eh?
Well, didn't I hear that some of the people,
James
people
going on
want
that
them
one.
removed because they're so homophobic?
Well, that's the thing is, two people
have been fired.
Yeah, 2 people have been fired from their jobs because of racist.
Fired from their jobs before they left the house.
There's an 11-minute supercut on YouTube of all the racist, misogynistic, homophobic stuff they've said in the house. It has a really twist ending.
They're all going Paula
this
Deen over there.
2-minute rant that is so off color that I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Was it good?
No, by a group of people discussing.
Oh my
really
God, Paul the
bad
Rock
thing.
God watches
And,
Big Brother.
Yeah, I've been a Big Brother supporter forever. I was like, yeah, Big Brother Canada, whatever, even though it's total trash. But this year, I just can't get into it. I'm like, these people are like terrible. I feel like the intelligence level.
But you
is
sure it
way-
might have been taken out of
way
context
lower.
or something?
Do you think?
No, a little bit, but these people actually are ignorant. Not all of them, but some. And I just feel like the intelligence level overall of the people in the house is way lower than usual. It's not as much fun to watch, and it's kind of mean-spirited.
How can you go into minus?
Hang on, or
I don't know, but they did
Wait,
it.
can I?
You know, the only host
Hey, okay, everybody, we're over talking. This is bad
It's
podcasting.
so brain-numbing. I'm not even enjoying it. What's going on?
Okay, James,
I love
retort.
this garbage.
James.
Well,
Okay, hang on,
I
James.
just want to ask Marcel, do you think it's because we watched Big Brother Canada and it was some smart people playing that it just broke the game now and we're like, these people are evil and mean and like
American.
That one girl is like, it's true. The hotter you are, the crazier you are. Because like just the stuff she says, you're like, I see you've never been
Evil Dick on Twitter. I'm following him now. He's amazing.
Oh, really?
He lives up to his name. I was saying with a friend the other day that like Big Brother 14 was pretty amazing. We had the big winner who pulled all the stunts up against the Superfan, and the Superfan won. And then Big Brother Canada was all around good and surprising.
Good.
And this is just feels like trash TV more
It
so
is
than
super
usual.
trash.
But some
It's
seasons are
trash,
like
yeah.
that. But literally, who cares? I just
It's
wanted
trash.
to point out the 11-minute
But
supercut. That's neat.
I want to say
And-
one thing.
Yep.
The best reality TV show with people in a house is The Ultimate
Glass
Fighter.
House? Oh.
Yeah, because like to get kicked out of the show, you have to lose a fight. That's awesome.
Those are
But,
They're not.
Yeah, exactly.
But Andrew, what's really sad is they act like fucking animals while they're in that house.
Yeah, well,
it's like it's absolutely ridiculous.
They
I
did that
watched
on
it for a
purpose.
few seasons, but then it's like, okay, I can't stand to see you because you're.
So you put a bunch of guys, you put a bunch of fighters in a house and load the fridge up with booze.
Yeah,
What if that had live feeds? We'd have like a 40-minute supercut.
I think they actually stopped that in the
But then
later
nobody
seasons.
cares when it comes to Ultimate Fighting. They're just like, they're good at punching people. Who cares what their views are? But anyways, couple more quick points, and then I will be done forever, I swear.
All right, hang on, let him get it out.
I'm taking advantage of having a segment thing. Give me a break. So, has anybody heard about Stephen King's Under the Dome? Andrew, it seems like the kind of thing you might get into.
I've seen the commercial.
I've watched it.
It's
The Simpsons did it already.
What I
It was Homer.
It seems to be doing relatively all right, but what I fail to understand is that it's
Barbie?
one of the worst written things I've ever sat through ever, and I can't stop watching it. But it seems to be a relative success, and I don't understand because it's just so terrible.
It's because Barbie's a man.
It looks stupid, and actually,
it's the worst.
Simpsons did it.
But just that comment you just made that you just couldn't stop watching it, even though it wasn't.
Well, I think it'll
He
get
likes
technically good. That was.
But I don't like this one, but I will watch.
That was me with Hemlock Grove. It wasn't technically good, but it was really
Hang on,
easy
Hemlock
to
Grove
watch.
was beautifully shot.
And I got,
what are you talking about, Bob?
I got sucked into the show.
You think Hemlock Grove is crappy shot and bad art direction? You got to be kidding me.
It was all right art direction, but it was thrown together and it was terribly written. And anyone with any shred of integrity agrees. The only people I've ever heard who support that show are people
me.
No, and it's strange to me. But like you read anybody with any shred of integrity, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" And
define integrity.
I watched
define
3.5
integrity.
episodes.
Because I think I have integrity.
People who agree with him.
No. It's like
respect.
No, it's like
no. He's talking about people who
professionals.
He's talking about professional movie critics. He's talking about
exactly.
No,
People
not necessarily professional.
They're all paid.
Not necessarily
Yeah,
professionals.
they're well paid for their opinions.
But people that actually have some degree of credibility when it comes to actually watching stuff. If you're somebody that never watches anything, you just pull up something on Netflix every now and then, why are you going to get mad at me for having an actual opinion? You know what I mean?
What?
Like, give me a break.
What? Oh, is that me you're talking to? The guy who never watches anything?
I'm not mad at you. I don't care.
I don't watch anything. I have no
a different opinion
Sorry.
than the people in this room that doesn't necessarily make me wrong. But Hemlock Grove is kind of trashy, but it got a second season. Who cares? And I think
I'm happy about that. I want to see.
Will too.
I want to know what's happening in the Godfrey Foundation.
And
it is kind of
check out
strange.
True Blood though. It's the same trashy BS except it's somewhat watchable.
True Blood, I had a hard time getting.
Yeah, True Blood, I liked the first few seasons.
I got a question.
It's terrible.
Yes, Bonnie.
Is this crazy TV talk?
I was going to say, it's like, what podcast
We've been hijacked again.
No, legit though, you guys wanted to give me
I don't have
my own
anything to drink.
Yeah,
well, we wanted to give you a segment. We didn't want to give you a rant.
All right,
Okay.
so
That's all we've
Damn
been
it.
getting for the last 10 minutes.
we're going to take a break before we. Do you have one more?
No,
segment
one more
to do?
rant.
I did, but it's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
No, it's fine.
All right, James, you're up.
No. Before we get into James,
we got one more.
James is doing some research on his phone. We got one more. One more quick question from
I'm not doing research on my phone.
Norm.
One more thing.
Oh, thank you, Norm.
Are laptops and desktops dead? I just saw this really cool computer the other day in Best Buy, a Dell XPS, 18-inch tablet-like screen that you can pull off on and off a stand. I'm thinking that's the way to go. Anyways, have a great night.
You gotta love the Norm. I tell you. So, Andrew, you've got a device that's cooler than what he was describing.
Well, he's talking about a kind of a tablet-like device that doesn't have a keyboard and it just plops.
That's what
into a
Randall's
stand.
got. It's called an iPad with a keypad. Okay.
So yeah, I agree with him. I think that is the way it's going. I think that for most people,
multifaceted.
I think that for the average person who's just using a device to consume information, you don't need a PC.
Well, I think a tablet can work for them, but it's like I've always struggled with getting a tablet because I can't work on a tablet.
Yeah,
I'm Windows based. My coding software, but I could upgrade to one of the new.
Like one
tablets, laptops.
Yeah, one of the new laptops that doubles as a tablet.
Yeah.
So it's like then I can have the best of both worlds, and I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing.
I think it's the touch screen thing. Is you have both. You got a keyboard and plus you can touch. Sometimes you.
I love my device.
My issue is if you have an office with 20 people in there and everyone's like you're.
Oh, it's like the flu.
Or you're into voice technology or touching screens.
Well, this is not Star Trek.
So is that like
Bonnie? You're up.
So a convertible, which is probably what he's talking about.
Yes.
It
I
has
have a convertible.
Yeah, you do. I have a convertible laptop.
Volkswagen, a little bit different.
So what that means is the screen is responsive, and in this case, you can twist it around. So the configuration could be tablet-ish, or it could be.
Does it disconnect at all?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But it folds back.
But it does fold back to look
so,
like a tablet.
So you get a one unit.
And that, in fact, is the way. I think it's the way computers are going. I have a tablet. I've had a tablet for probably a little over a year. It's a cute toy, but truly
it has limitations.
In terms of business, and I do most of my stuff in the cloud, it doesn't work for
me. I would have to say, I'm going to jump in here just for a second before somebody else has got a turn coming up. That a tablet is a great consumption device.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then if you have, if you work and you actually have to put a lot of stuff in, like writing a report or doing Excel spreadsheets or designing or whatever, you need the keyboard, you need the interface stuff. It doesn't really matter.
And you need a real operating
system.
system.
I want to say something. I'd like to have a laser keyboard. So you actually don't need a keyboard. It's just reflected on the everywhere.
Yeah, but if you type so much on, you're touching hard surface.
If we followed our show notes, it would have been.
Well, you can put a soft, you can put a soft curtain right on top, and it's soft.
I would like.
Soft for you.
I would like to have sharks with laser beams strapped to it.
Oh, all right. Okay. Hang on a sec. You're on.
I like to say that I definitely agree with Bob. That it really depends on what you're using it for. Like, my girlfriend's laptop died a horrible death, but she's got an iPad. It works for her, but she's an artist, so it works for her particular needs. Myself, who I'm a writer, who end up doing a lot of writing, kind of need the keyboard, so a laptop is much more important to me. That it really depends on exactly what you really intend to be using the technology for.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
James?
Absolutely.
We're going to do gaming with James pretty soon. Let's get that
Can I just make one comment?
Go
ahead,
yeah,
or
Jesus,
go ahead, Ken.
Sorry,
One
Ken.
quick one.
He's been so quiet.
When it comes to keyboards, on my Android phone now, I'm using the Google keyboard.
Yeah.
And I don't type anymore. I hit the microphone and I talk.
Beauty.
That's cool.
It translates it beautifully.
Actually, on my...
that was my point. If you're in a big office working, like I'm a computer guy, and you do computer work, you got 20 people all talking A equals A plus 1 plus 2, and
anyway.
it is not going to work, right?
No.
Yeah, but I've got the Z10 now, the BlackBerry Z10, and I don't. When I type a message, I don't type the whole sentence anymore. I start the sentence and I just flick the words up.
And it's learning as you.
And it learns as I go, and I'm just flick. And I'm done.
Around.
Ta-da. Awesome
Okay,
technology.
James.
And then it looks like
All
a
right,
blob.
so
All right, here we go.
Let's get because we're already
Were we
late.
talking
It's
about
time
computers?
for
Gaming with James. All right.
I thought you had voicemail feedback for me.
I do actually.
Oh my God! I have a fan.
He's got his fan.
We've got some voicemail feedback for it's
got a
related to
fan.
gaming with James.
Isn't his name Steve?
Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Norm.
Oh God. Is it?
Hey Mavens, it's Norm.
Hey, Norm.
I was just looking at the news feed, and I thought it was quite interesting. They were saying that the apps store is only 5 years old. I can't believe it. I don't even remember a time when it didn't exist. Anyways, that's something to ponder. And they were talking about the numbers that have been generated, something in the order of like $10 billion worth of profits in 5 years. That's one big bunch of business, considering 99 cents per game. Anyways, have a great night. Bye-bye.
Wow.
I don't know if that was a question,
Wow.
but more of a statement.
Yeah. So James, what do you got in the mood for us?
Well, just to talk to that, I mean, yeah, it's kind of incredible. It's been 5 years. Over 10 billion apps have been downloaded. Not necessarily games either, but that's pretty impressive for any company. So, give them
They're
props.
happy.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
So what's happening in games? For guys like me, they're big gamers.
Yeah, for guys like you.
Okay. Or maybe not.
Solitaire doesn't count.
Well, actually, no. I think that solitaire does count. I think anytime you play any type of game, you should be qualified as a gamer, not necessarily restricted to video. So.
I got a question for gaming with James.
Sure.
I've got an Xbox 360.
Yes, you do.
And I've got Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got that Kinect Adventures and a couple other games.
Yeah.
Now that the Xbox One is coming out, am I going to be able to buy cheap games?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like how cheap?
You're probably, I mean, I hope cheap, actually.
Because I was looking around and they're still pretty expensive.
Yeah, I think that price will go over time. I mean, probably look for it to drop maybe March of next year. I think would probably be when they'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
What you're really going to need for that to happen and for the cost of the media to go down is for people to
really adopt the Xbox One,
the technology. Yeah. Otherwise, you might see it still sold for another couple of years. But
yeah,
I mean, they still make games for Windows 98, so that kind of shows you something. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a funny joke.
Yeah, I would say so.
And they also use like Internet Explorer 6.
What's that?
That's probably the worst one. Don't ever use that operating system.
Actually,
but they might get cheap, I think, around that time. Maybe Christmas sales as well. But yeah, it really comes down to the early adoption of
3 for 99 cents.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't even really find cheap deals when Zellers was going out of business.
No,
what's the best game for like someone who isn't like into like the really complex games? I don't want to get sucked into a game that's gonna take me 60 hours to.
Angry Birds.
But like maybe a shooter game. Like I used to really like Duke Nukem.
Do you like Duke Nukem?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd suggest if
like what about Max Payne? Would you suggest that?
Oh, that's a great game.
Oh, it's an awesome game.
It's a little violent.
I want another Max game.
Yeah.
Max Payne 4 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, the thing is about Max Payne is it's very noir. So you have to know that getting into it, that it'll be a little more violent.
It's not that
a little more gritty.
A little bit.
It's pretty gritty.
Is it?
A little bit depressing, right?
Well, okay. Comparing that to Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto is more violent, I think.
I used to play Grand Theft Auto.
It's not about really violence or anything. It's just the way it's portrayed, right?
Oh, okay.
So, like in cutscenes and things like that, it can be a little more graphic than possibly what it would be normally. They're still great games. They're for a mature audience, though.
Absolutely.
If you're looking for something more homogenistic, you're looking at a Halo franchise because Halo doesn't show blood.
Yeah, you're just shooting aliens.
You're just shooting aliens or each other.
Poor aliens.
Well, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't gratify the whole It's a weird.
You're not murdering humans. You're murdering aliens. Just think these. In 50 years when the poor aliens come to Earth, it'll be a slaughter. It's like, well, we're the most peaceful, loving vegetarians. They killed thousands of us. They thought it was the new Halo game. Sorry, bad press.
But you're thinking the aliens will be coming here. What if they're already here? Oh. That sounds like something Marcel would say. Where did he go?
His name James.
It's not here.
Anyways,
he's recouping.
Anyways, if you're looking for a game like a first-person shooter, I'd recommend like Call of Duty or something like that.
Okay. They are amazing. What about those runner games?
I think Ken has something to say.
Ken loves.
No. He's just gonna Black Ops.
Yeah, he loves.
Black Ops is awesome.
Okay,
yeah.
Black Ops. Yeah.
I've been. I played. Was it Black Ops that we played?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up shooting him.
Because it was friendly fire, yeah.
Because there's like so many people. Yeah. It's like I just got slaughtered. So that anybody I saw, I would just shoot, and it just happened to be him. He was not impressed with my gameplay.
Not at all.
But I killed him twice.
Are you talking about games to play online or by yourself?
Well, I don't have an Xbox Live account, so
yeah.
What about phone games? I mean, they've got that constant runner or the perpetual runner games. Drive me nuts, but my kids love them.
Yeah, those are pretty big. Candy Crush is huge.
Yep.
There's a new game called Knights and Dragons, which is apparently doing very well. So they said they're making $1 million a day.
Fuck.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool.
That is totally cool.
Oh, thanks.
And that's pretty cool. This weekend, actually, in Vancouver, the first ever organized I Am a Gamer is taking place, where all the games will be made with a female protagonist.
Oh, very cool.
So it's kind of, it's been organized. It's down at the Center for Digital Media. There's 4 sites across the world. There's Vancouver, I believe Brazil, and Australia.
Huh. And that's happening when?
And that will be this weekend. So,
so it'll be past the show.
There's 150 participants, actually, at the Vancouver location.
Now, anybody can come and join, or you what's the deal?
Well, you pay $30, and you should probably be a
You can come at all you want.
So who are the antagonists?
That's a good question, actually.
The guy that paid the $30?
Well, no, that's Andrew brings up a really interesting thing, is like, I'm pretty interested to see what kind of games come out of this and how they portray certain things. That's I'm not doing it. I would do it, but I just don't have the time because it's a whole weekend.
Yeah, that is a big commitment.
But I'm kind of it is, and I'm kind of interested to see what comes out of that because of the way that female gamers have been painted and things like that.
So
exactly.
So if you commit to the whole weekend, you have to give up your burlesque show, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's not necessarily that. It's
not necessarily. He can always find somebody to do his thing.
Yeah. Actually, that's not like one of the main things that James is all about. I enjoy it.
Your burlesque game.
But I just like I don't know what I would make. Like, it's one of those really hard design challenges. It's like, how do you figure out how to make women seem empowered without the reverse, right?
With big tits and...
Well, not necessarily, but like, what kind of games are you going to make? And that's like, that's really intriguing to me, but it's also one of the most complex design decisions.
Yeah, well, I think women should design it. I mean, they know.
But that's stereotypical, right? And because they have this like thing that says like males are the one that make video games, right?
Well, they can have a kick-ass game where they're killing all sorts of stuff, but the rewards are different, or it's a game of fight slightly differently, or whatever, or the vehicles are a different color. I didn't say pink. I did not say pink.
It's Mary Kay.
Just more flowers.
It's a killer Mary Kay woman.
But that is what you're kind of saying, though. You're kind of saying,
of course, because I'm a guy.
They have to be different color.
Yeah.
Because it's
See, it's
you get a bunch of girls in a room, they're gonna change stuff.
Do they have
it's like
to
I
be...
think the mountain to be shit on the right a little bit and throw the maybe it'll
James
be
got
a
a point.
James, as far as
arranging game.
Bob, I just think we
am
should
I
have
digging a hole for myself?
We should have armor-piercing bullets.
Yeah, they should like
bullshit.
So
blow up the Bob
why
game
are you designing games specifically for women? Have we stopped
that's
giving
the whole
little
dilemma.
girls dolls
It's not
and
about
little boys
the dilemma.
trucks?
What's the dilemma?
The
No, we
dilemma isn't
haven't
about
stopped
making
that.
games
No,
especially
why
for
should
girls. This is just in general. This isn't we're focused. It's having a positive female protagonist, right?
Yeah,
which is
tough.
Something I would say.
It's not
Something
necessarily tough. It's just
visually apparent. Like women likes nice colors, nice, always
Nice textures.
Nice textures.
Sure.
You
Color
can see-
coordination.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got to say, I've never sold a pink cell phone case to a guy.
Well, what about me?
yeah. But, okay, so this isn't the point. The point is
like he said.
The point is making female protagonists like awesome.
Yeah, without them being considered.
but-
she's a lesbian,
And it's not just using the same game conventions that.
And also,
Xena. What about Xena?
And also, I'm not against buying my kid a doll.
Yeah.
But he wants a fire truck, so that's what he gets.
Well, no, I think the idea here is that video games are trying to tap into the female demographic. Because
It's not
something
about
that's
that.
Really represented.
So,
and
James,
they don't have a Buffy. Like the last big female protagonist in a video game was Tomb
Lara
Raider,
Croft.
and that appealed to men.
Yeah.
And so I think what James is trying to hit at is that they're looking for like a Buffy, but at the same time, I
it's not
really
even a
want to hear
Buffy.
what the women.
That
talk
was
about
because
have
of
to
the
say
way
about
they
this.
dressed her.
Okay, hang on for a second. Now, I just got to, before I give James a chance to speak again, I just saw some great footage where you can actually tweak the Lara Croft game to have all these buff guys, and it switches out, and it's really amazing because it's super. Wow, those are short shorts for a guy, and man, he's got an amazing six-pack. And I said, okay, so it was like a total sexual thing on thing. So it's great.
I really want to raid those tombs.
Exactly. Imagine climbing up those ropes. Anyways, James, go ahead.
I don't know if what it was trying to say kind of got misconstrued.
Yeah, I know.
Totally.
By us backwards assholes.
That never happens at the bunker.
I still have
Anyways,
something to say.
check out those games. They're going to be fantastic, and we'll see how they do.
Backpedaling.
It's not me backpedaling.
No.
I
should be backpedaling.
You kind of hammered it a little too strangely because that's not really what they're focused on. They just want to promote games in a strong female lead. It's not about making a game for a girl or whatever. It's just making
the good guy a girl.
It doesn't. No, it's not necessarily that. Like these are going to be games that could be totally different. It's a game jam. So if you just try to take a
kick-ass woman would make a great villain.
I think there should be a women talking tech game.
They need a protagonist that's not just sexualized. They want it to be a girl and a protagonist. That's all.
They're looking for new ways to show women in a positive light by making a video game.
Yeah.
And I am very interested in that, but it's a very difficult process to find something completely new.
All right, so maybe this is my ignorance here, but when I play like the Star Wars game, I can choose a female character or a male character, and I can dress him any color that I like, and then that becomes my character for the whole game.
Sure.
You're talking about something totally different than that, then.
Yeah, it's just the portrayal.
Yeah, I think you need to have a good idea. Like the total game should be interesting. Like, the essence, the core of the game should be interesting. That's the core.
That's the hard part.
That's what they're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to find the fun.
Then it doesn't matter female, male, as long as it's a good game, like Super Mario, like Angry Birds. Everybody plays it.
So maybe the goals are different.
Well, it's this thing that they wanted to.
There's a lot of theories out there. I know it's fascinating.
It's not even a theory. It's just this is what they wanted to do. They wanted to make games about women in a positive light.
All right,
that's the whole point of it.
All right,
I'm not doing it because I wanted to go drinking.
Boy, and hang with some girls
kidding.
in a bar. Yeah. All right, awesome segment by.
But it is
James.
fucking awesome and whatever. So
all right, James.
Please don't misconstrue what I said.
No, of course. This show is all about misconstruing.
Send letters.
Yeah, send letters to Ken McGrath.
Yeah.
Don't send.
Or at Bob _
Send tweets to Magic.
Send tweets to at Bob.
Hey, thanks for putting up for another hour and some minutes. Another Crazy Bunker show. Looking to get back in a couple of weeks. If you have any comments, Andrew, what do we do?
You can go to. You can call 1-877-636-1474. That's our preferred method of talking to us.
Yep.
And Norm has mastered it.
Oh my God, he is all over it.
Got it in his speed dial, and you can too. Just put it in there and give us a shout.
Yep. Even if you ask a question of Norm, that'd be great. We can have a back and forth. Yeah. Telephone tag. Anyways, thanks to Okanagan Spring.
It'd be funny if Norm's wife calls and says, "Hey, if you see Norm."
Yeah. So tell him to get back to the house.
We love you, Norm.
See you later.
Bye, Norm.